Okay, so as a scorer, obviously, if you've never scored before, you go into scorer's registration. But if you have registered as a scorer, you go onto your scoring, you put in your details. And there's the event. So I've been given permission to score this event. I would then go score event. And here you've got all your scoring. So it's pretty cool. Like obviously you'd start with your dressage, and then say your dressage is done, you've still got a couple of hours for your show jumping. You can actually go into here in your commentator sheets and it will bring up the scores where they're lying. You can export it, you can print it for your commentators. If you're creating score sheets, that's what I work off. But anyway, let's go into our dressage scoring. So it says here that your Sinisa pools for each grade are grouped together. And remember, you have to do the dressage scoring before you can do show jumping or cross country. So if you're missing a dressage score, you will not be able to score that class in show jumping. So you have to make sure that all your dressage is put in and finalized before you can actually score any other event or any other phase, should I say. Okay, let's say this test is, I don't know, 170. That's the total. So that's what the dressage test is out of. You then enter it. Now you've got all your riders. Then you've obviously calculated all your dressage tests. You go in, let's say Julia got 120. It gives us her percentage. I enter her score. Let's go into the next one. Now, over here, you'll see there's code descriptions. If you're not sure about the codes, go onto it. It literally gives you the explanation of what each code stands for. So obviously eliminated is eliminated, retired. If they started the competition and then decided to stop, they are retired. Disqualified, there's a description of here where it says when to use disqualified. Your elimination at first horse inspection. So that's obviously if they don't pass the horse inspection. Elimination at second horse inspection. Eliminated in the dressage. FR is full of rider. FH is full of horse. This is quite important for your, in Philip's case, the safety officer. There's a big difference if it's a full of rider and if it's a full of horse. Involuntary dismount is when it's not related to any form of jump or anything. Dangerous riding, abuse of horse. Okay, if they don't have a dressage score, this is where you select what they've done. Okay, so then obviously you would, should they decide not to continue or they've been eliminated, whatever, you would put their scores in here. Let's just put in eliminated in dressage. Okay, they don't have a score. Sorry, Nikki. And then enter. Okay, so they're eliminated in dressage. Right, and then we go on to Helen. Let's say she got 135. Enter score. And Bryn, let's do 150. Enter score.
You're a very generous judge.
So here are all your, so there's your judge at C. So, okay, let's just go back in here, thinking of that. If you have multiple judges, just make sure you've got the right judges at the right places. You would obviously, on their test sheet, it should say where they are positioned. And then just make sure that you put their scores in the right place. Let's get complicated. Let's just put in, we've got a judge at E as well. Okay, so there's all your scores. Now you can finalize. So this is what I do. I finalize, I export it to Word. Okay, sorry, I need to get everyone's names out my way. I then go unfinalize. Now this works when you're on live because now their scores are available for them to see. It is not finalized. So that as riders, they should know that that is not their final score. It can still be changed. So I've exported it. I can open it up. Okay, so there's my Word document that I have exported. I then save it all onto my computer. It's got the time that I finalized it, get the judges to sign it. Once they've signed it, I then go back into my scoring And once they're happy, they've signed it, I then click finalize.
Okay, sorry, Sam, just on that then, how do the riders know? I've never actually gone and looked on live scoring. How do the riders know whether that dressage time is finalized or not?
When it's finalized, it's in green on the scoring. So if we go back here to live scoring and we go into our events, see, I've finalized it. It's a green tick.
And if you hadn't finalized it,
And
it would be,
finalize it. Let's just refresh this. Now it's red.
but their
I
scores
can
would
say-
show if they, okay.
Yeah.
But so they can see what they've got, but it's not finalized. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Or not.
Yeah.
If it's live, when I put in Julia's, hers would be there, nobody else's would. Then I put in
Yes.
Nikki, hers would be there, nobody else's would.
Oh, okay, understood.
And Sam, the reason that you finalized and then unfinalized was to do the printout for your judges
Yes, you can only export it once it is
once it's
final.
final. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you finalize, do the
So-
export, then you unfinalize so that you've got your sheets for your judges.
So like now it's unfinalized, I can't export. If I finalize, I can export it, it's exported, unfinalize. It's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way, but it's the way I do it so that riders can see it. I've printed it for the judges. I prefer to only finalize it once the judges have signed off on their scores.
I agree, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's finalize the dressage.